Today I'm going to share with you 5 key principles that all runners should strongly consider if they're serious about getting better at the sport. Now, these 5 things, they apply to new runners as well as to the most experienced runners out there. Running is not that complicated of a sport when you break it down in terms of what it takes to get better at it. And after coaching close to 50 different athletes one-on-one over the past 2 years and following the sport myself, following the professional circuit, and just being deeply ingrained in this day in and day out, these 5 things, really, if you just do these 5 things, you're going to be on a great path. So we'll go right into it. The first thing, you've heard it before, and I'm going to say it again because it's so important, and that's to slow down. Slow down. Most runners spend way too much energy on their everyday runs. What you need to deeply ingrain into your mind is that the only time your pace matters is in workouts, which are meant to improve your fitness, and in races, which are meant to demonstrate and test your fitness. All the running you do in between, the easy day runs, the recovery runs, the way they should feel is in the name. And I would say probably out of, I mentioned the 50 athletes I've worked with over the past 2 years, the most common thing I need to tell all new athletes who I start coaching is to just simply slow down. And it's counterintuitive, but when you slow down on your day-to-day runs, you get faster. And that leads me into the second point, is consistency. See, it's better to run more. I don't believe in low mileage approach to training. I don't believe in a high intensity approach to training. Those things can work for certain individuals in certain circumstances, but if you want to get better, the best thing you can do is to improve your consistency over time gradually and improve your mileage by running more often gradually over time. Now, you have to do this safely so you don't get hurt, but it's better to run 4 miles easy every day than it is to go out and run a hard 8 miles and have to take the next couple of days off because you're so sore from that. It's through consistent low to moderate effort runs that we improve. When we gently stress our body consistently over time, we adapt to that stress and get stronger and stronger and stronger and can run faster and faster and faster. When we swam our bodies with hard workouts, not only do we risk injury, but then we're forced to take time off afterwards, which keeps us from getting that consistent work in. So there we go. Number 1, slow down. Number 2, be consistent. Slow down so you can be more consistent and do more. Number 3, you might think this one is an oddball, but I love to include it in here because people don't take it seriously, but it's so important. Number 3, run on soft surfaces. Now, I know most of you probably live in an urban environment where all the roads are paved, a lot of the bike paths are paved, a lot of the places your friends go to run and you go to train are probably paved. They're probably cement, asphalt. But the more you can run on grass, dirt, trails, even just softer pavement surfaces. Fresh asphalt, for example, is much softer than concrete. The reduction of impact stress that you put on your body when you run on those two surfaces is tremendous. Injury is one of the biggest things that keeps people from reaching their running goals. And when you slow down, build your consistency, and run on soft surfaces as much as possible, you're just able to do more, enjoy the sport longer, and not get hurt. Not only are you not getting hurt, you're actually getting stronger, because when you run on uneven, softer surfaces, you have to develop stronger legs. all the little muscles and tendons and everything down in your ankle, your foot, your lower leg, they all get stressed a bit more and with a bit more variety when you run on the soft surface. And that's a good thing. Running is a incredibly repetitive sport if you let it be, but it doesn't have to be. And that's going to lead into my fourth point here, that variety is good. Now, I could give you the same workout every single week, 3 miles tempo, but it's not the same run, because each and every week, not only are you a different person physiologically, you're at a different stage in your training. The weather is different. What you may be wearing is different. Your mood is different. But that's the same workout. But it's still always different. But here we're talking about variety is good. So we want to expand on that. So this means run different routes every day. Include hills in your runs. If you're the type of person who always runs on flat routes, get some hills in your easy day runs. Get some hills in your tempo runs. If you're always doing hilly routes, get in the flat runs. Run on the track, run on the trails. Wear different types of shoes. The more variety you can put into your running, the better. Not only are you going to become a more well-rounded athlete who's able to accomplish all sorts of different things in the sport, you're going to be less likely to get injured. And in my opinion, it's just going to be more fun to not do the same thing day in and day out. The last thing I'm going to mention on variety, it's so important to train for different race distances throughout the year. If you're the type of person who loves the marathon and just trains for a spring marathon, a fall marathon, a spring marathon, a fall marathon, over and over and over and over again, that's not enough variety to break you out of that track and stimulate your growth in a way that you're going to truly get better. One of the reasons why variety is so good is because when you do the same kind of thing over and over and over again, your body gets really good at it. And it doesn't become as hard as anymore. And you don't grow as much. But when you change the stimulus you're giving yourself, when you try something new, when you try something hard and different, that gives your body the opportunity to improve, to get faster, to get stronger. And then when you go back to your main event, be that the marathon or another event, you're going to be all the better for it. And this is going to lead me into my last point. Point number 5, my top 5 key principles for success in the sport. That's seasonality. You can't burn your hottest all the time. These ideas of always going hard, 24/7, don't work in running. You can't stay at your top mileage all year long. You can't be doing crazy hard workouts all year long. You can't be racing all year long and expect to really reach your potential. If you really want to be your best, the best thing that you can do for yourself is develop seasons. And you can think of it as fall, winter, spring, summer. Each of those are going to have a key focus, something you're building towards. And ideally, that focus would be varied, different. Maybe in the fall, you focus on the marathon. In the winter, you focus on rest and rebuilding your base fitness. Maybe in the spring, you focus on faster events. Maybe you really train for 10K and do faster workouts, more track stuff than you've ever done before. Maybe in the summer, you take a break again before ramping back up for another fall marathon. Key thing here is that you want to plan this so it varies over time. So you're not doing the same thing throughout the whole year. This is going to be helpful both mentally and physically in preparing you to be your best in all the events. And the variety that you're subjecting your body to, both in stress and in rest, allows you to become the best runner you can be. So those are my 5 key points. Number 1, slow down. Number 2, be consistent. Number 3, run on soft surfaces. Number 4, variety is good. And number 5, seasonality. Take those 5 things and incorporate them into your running, and you can't help but get better. My name's Coach Chris. Thanks for listening to today's episode. Hope this was a helpful presentation for you today. Of these 5 things, I'd love for you to think about one that you want to implement a little bit more into your daily running practice. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. You can find me at knightonruns.com or on social media at knightonruns on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I hope you have a great day.